Charlotte, North Carolina, home of DaBaby, one of the greatest places that I used to go to all the time for skateboarding. A lot of skateboarders within any of the cities surrounding Charlotte usually spend weekends at the city. We went as often as we could. Now, honestly, it's a little surprising that we kept going back to Charlotte when our first experiences were so awful, including the title of this video, and just there was another time where we got jumped. But this isn't Charlotte, this is actually Texas, and it is raining right now, so we're going on a little adventure to find some places to skate and sharing a few stories about Charlotte, including the one time we got jumped, the time that cops arrested us and played a prank on us, and then how that led to my friend basically having a mental breakdown. But first, let's get some warm-up in. The flat spots on my board. My new wheels are coming in like 3 days, so you just gotta bear with me because it is actually torturous. I hate it, but yeah, let's keep going. Try to do some real tricks. Still a little wet outside, but that inside area is just too fun. But yes, the first time we ever went to Charlotte, we got jumped. I, along with about 10 other kids, were added to Blue Tile, our local skate shop's B team, and we went on a trip together to kind of, you know, bond. So of course we drove an hour and a half to Charlotte and we started cruising around the city, and we never do that. Charlotte's such a big city that it's so fun just to kind of go through and see what's up, but we didn't know the area very well, and yeah. There's a group of dudes on the sidewalk who were just kind of having fun, being loud, whatever. We just thought it was just a group of people wilding a little bit without, you know, concern for us. Unfortunately, as soon as one of my friends passed them, they ran by and just punched him in the face. Like they just socked him, and there was about 5 or 6 of them. The second they punched him in the face, he picked up his skateboard to start hitting the dude in the head with his board, but then him and like 6 friends looked up on him like this and were basically like, if you try to hit us, we'll, you know, kill you or something. Even though we were all there and I'm sure that wouldn't have happened, it was just definitely not something we wanted to get into. So the fact that he kind of hit him, stopped, and then my friend could just kind of skate away was kind of, I mean, I guess a good thing. But then right after that, they ran and did like a flying side kick at one of my friends, literally tried to jump in the air and kick one of my friends. He moved out the way, so the dude just smacked the ground on his side, but you know, they were like, probably on drugs or something, so they were just laughing, and I guess they couldn't feel pain. So then we just skated away as fast as we could, and by the time I kind of knew what was happening, we were already past these dudes laughing, etc. But obviously, I mean, imagine the mood of the entire trip where one of our friends gets punched in the face, one gets kicked and missed, but you know, we had people in the city who were messing with us right off the cuff. Which is funny because right after that, we did see a few cops, and we did tell them, hey, by the way, there are some dudes over there who are just like hitting people who passed by, and they really didn't seem to care, which is ironic because the second time we went to Charlotte, all the skaters got arrested. Speaking of which, there are only 2 people parked in this parking lot, me and a police officer, and he doesn't seem to care. Also, now that it is completely drying up, I'm going to skate other parts of this place, which I've never done before, and then we'll get to the meat of this story. But first, you know we gotta get sorry, you know we gotta get that session. This is where things get sketch. I kind of want to skate this forced air, but it kind of lands and goes into this like door window area. So I'm gonna use that stuff. Oh my God. Attack on Titan season 4 opening song just came on, like that try, and it's like you're gonna land on whatever. Like you could like do a split and you're fine just because you're like that adrenaline. I literally had a lot more tricks I want to do on it, but look how broken my board is. Oh God, that was so loud in my ear. So after that first trip, we actually ended up having a good time. We got a couple tricks that we were proud of. I remember it like it was a long time ago, because it was like 10 plus years. We've had so many experiences with cops that it really doesn't panic us, but sometimes cops don't have that much experience with skateboarders, especially at that time, so they're panicked, and then we panic. It's like, you know, everyone should just remain calm. So as soon as they saw us, of course, we remained calm, but for them, they were like, all right, we gotta go to the police station. You guys aren't supposed to be here, and there is no warning, you're coming with us. And obviously we were like, like seriously, why? We're just skateboarding. But back then, I guess it seemed more taboo, but just riding a piece of wood with plastic wheels, or polyurethane. So a set of officers took my friends to the police station while 2 more took me and my friend there. The funny part was, right when we showed up to the police station, there was about 5 other skateboarders in holding. So nobody was actually in jail. They were waiting like in the lobby, holding for being arrested, I don't know. But here's the strange thing. As soon as we got in there, our friends saw us and they were looking panicked. Like they were like waving at us, but we couldn't really understand what was happening, and they ended up leaving, which was pretty odd. Why was my friend and I still at the jail while my friends got to leave? They said since my friend and I were across the street at the church, we were actually in more trouble, so we were gonna be held at the police station either overnight or we'd have to get our parents to come down and pick us up. That was it. They told us that, walked away, and just left us to sit in the lobby wondering what the hell was going on. And then we asked the 5 other skateboarders, what did they tell you? And they said, we don't know. They just told us to sit here for as long as they want. The friend that I was with was like a little brother to me, and I always felt like I needed to protect this little guy, and we had the opposite problem. My friend's parents were already skeptical of skateboarding, and now the cops are telling him to call his parents to pick him up 2 hours away so that basically his parents can say, you're not gonna skate anymore, this is ridiculous. And with me, my parents weren't, I honestly, I don't even know what state they were in at the time. And I was like, I can't call anyone. So the cop actually took our phone, me and my friend, and for some reason, I just knew that they were up to something. It didn't feel right. It felt like they were kind of like messing with us in some way or another, but my friend was just terrified, and he actually started crying, which is, you know, sad. There's like 6 skateboarders there. One dude's crying because he's like so scared, and felt terrible. Luckily, one of the skateboarders actually had a phone, so when the cops were turned around, I borrowed his phone and I texted my friend. I said, what the hell is going on? How come you guys are gone? And my friend texted back, well, we're coming to pick you up. In like an hour or so, we're coming to pick you up. The cops told us to leave and come back, I think 2 hours later, to pick us up. The cops should have told us, but instead they're messing with us. They want us to think that we have to wait for our parents to come. So what if we grabbed a phone and then called our parents to pick us up, and then an hour later our friends came? Then our parents would have driven that far. I mean, it was like, they basically set it up to be a giant mess. So I walked to the front desk and I just said, hey, I grabbed a phone, texted my friend, and he said he's coming back in an hour. Did you tell him that? And the cop literally went, ah, shoot. And he like looked at his friend, and then they just started laughing. They were like, oh, dude, we were trying to get you guys. Yeah, we were just trying to scare you guys and, you know, make you think that you like had to stay in jail. Yeah, that was the cute little prank that he wanted to put on a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old skateboarder. It was cute. So even after that, the cops made us wait there until our friends came back anyways. They still made us wait the full hour, even though then, of course, we weren't as nervous because we knew that we weren't actually arrested, and, you know, we didn't have to call parents or figure out some weird situation. The real issue is that we drove 2 hours to skate this city, and then we had to sit in this lobby jail place for 3 hours or so. We don't have money as kids, so we have to pay for these trips. We have to wait all week to do these things, and then all of a sudden we get out of this jail thing and we have 1 hour left of daylight, and it basically just ruined our entire day. And that's significant for a kid who doesn't have much time, who's in school all the time. That sucks, man. I totally forgot to do a kickflip with my new board, and I pulled over at this school and I actually saw this stair set. Whoa, looks perfect from down here. I mean, the run-up's good, except for like this crack before it. I feel like you might need to do a little Bondo job where you add, you know, Bondo to make it safe, but let's see. It doesn't really look too big. Does my body still take 12 stairs? I wonder. All right. It's been a good day of skateboarding so far. End it with a bang. The last trick. Let's land the fakie flip at this weird angle. Short run up, which is super hard for fakie. But you know what? We've been skateboarding for a long time. I see the wind trying to come in, but you know what? We're gonna pretend he doesn't exist. We're gonna land this fakie flip and wrap up this video. Let's go right here. Yeah. That felt good. I loved the way that I actually landed that one. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just gonna leave this in one clip. Sorry about my hair. Need a haircut, I know, but you know what? We're still in hotels. We're gonna be in our apartment in about 2 days. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Wait, I didn't wait. So obviously at the time, maybe cops just thought, that's a little unprofessional, but we're just being silly. But I mean, I think things like that inevitably led to my friend not being super into skateboarding, just because, you know, that was a nightmare to deal with. Anyways, you get the point. Every Tuesday and Thursday for a new video on this channel. If you did enjoy this one, be sure to subscribe if you like the skateboarding and you liked my, you know, just destroying my body. Not for you, but you know, I like filming the content. I would be skateboarding anyways, but you know what? I'm glad I could do tricks that maybe you appreciate. Who knows? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I am exhausted. I need some water. Take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.